Yeah. I mean, what's the deal with that? Oh, good hello. Oh, good hello to you. Hello. How are you? Good morning. It's Tuesday. I'm in my car, sitting here, not going far because I can't, because I'm required to sit in it by the city of New York. I'm sitting here. Sitting here, my dear, I fear the carbon monoxide is filling the car. There's a hose from the tailpipe into the window. I hear that this is a very peaceful way to go, although it's searing my lungs. Good morning, how are you? Nothing like a good old-fashioned car-based suicide song to start the morning off right. A good morning to you. It's 7:34 here in the car. Got a few minutes late start, but that's okay. What's going on, people? I'm here in the car. Been here for half an hour so far. Playing a lot of Clash Royale, so time flew by. Listening to NPR. Morning edition, of course. What is happening? Had a little visit this weekend from the mother-in-law. It was a pleasant time. Lots of eating out at restaurants, which is something we don't often do. So it was nice. Got to, if you're familiar with the Brooklyn Heights restaurant scene, we had a dinner at Jack the Horse. And then we had a brunch at Cadman Plaza Diner. And then we had dinner at Social. Then we had something. What was the last one? I don't remember anymore. Oh, we went to Bogota. Good morning to whoever it is who's watching. We went to Bogota on Fifth Avenue for our final eating out meal, and it was a delight. I'll tell you that much. Every meal was a delight. Jack the Horse, menu infrequently changes, so it's a reliable go-to place. The kids love the mac and cheese. They love the fries. Social, kind of a risk for the kids. I forget what I got. Oh, I got the what's that called? That rice dish. It doesn't matter, but it was good. And I cannot. It's driving me crazy that I can't remember what it's called. It's common rice-based dish. So Jody and I got that, and they'll make you some plain old pasta for your kids because it's pasta, Italian restaurant, pasta place. And in Bogota for brunch, I had egg nachos, which was kind of like an unusual choice for me, but they were very good. Jody and I again got the exact same thing. And the funny thing was that both of us had insane heartburn later that afternoon. We were both like, oh my God, I don't feel good. Where are the Tums? And we also went to the New York Aquarium. It's been a while since I've been there. You go when the kids are little, and then you typically don't go back again. So it was interesting how many people were there on dates. People like to go look at the fish on dates, I guess. And the aquarium apparently is still kind of damaged from Sandy, is what I'm told by my wife. I don't know if that's true. But Sandy apparently damaged the aquarium, and they have yet to fully rebuild it. But, it was nice to check out the aquarium. The shark area was super cool. And, I could look at seahorses for a long time. They're so weird. I mean, if there's evidence of alien life, some people, it was earlier this year, some people were talking about octopuses being in alien form that were they had some sort of like weird earth sex term for it, like spermaticide, something like that. No, that would be like sperm killing. Anyway, but the octopuses had landed here on the planet as a result of like some sort of like comet, because they're so different from everything else. I say seahorses are similar because, yes, they look like a horse in the face, but the rest of it is like, what? You know, the fin, a little fin on the back of its back, and the little squirrely tail, and the babies coming out the middle. It's super weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, so it was like, I don't know, a third closed, you know. And when I was a kid, it seemed massive, but it's a relatively small thing, the aquarium. You know, it's big in many regards. You know, that shark exhibit was pretty big. Jellyfish exhibit was closed, as was something called alien stingers. Rated R, alien stingers. Yeah, that's the movie phone voice that I do. But yeah, so we had a good time. I think the saddest exhibit was maybe the sea turtles, which is basically a giant green vortex of water, and they're just like pumping it full of oxygen bubbles, and it's just in this massive vortex. And then in the middle is some sort of weird outcropping, and I was kind of like, oh, what could it be? What could it be for? My mother-in-law suggested it might be some sort of a litter box for the turtles. I don't know if there are any sea creatures that really care about their poops, as they live in a giant toilet, so it doesn't seem like they really care very much. But yeah, it was good. Now, unfortunately, we had a lot of child-related meltdowns, so we didn't really get to enjoy the thing. Oh, and the other thing about the aquarium was how many people loved to point out which of the creatures they thought would be delicious, and how often then the guides at the aquarium had to be like, oh yes, you said that you would like to eat that fish. Yes, we don't think about fish that way here. We think fish are friends, not food. Which, of course, if you've seen Finding Nemo, is the mantra of the sharks who are in sort of the fish not eating society that they've created. In which Bruce, the great white, gets a scent of Dory's blood and goes into a fish eating frenzy. No spoilers. But yeah, it was a good time. And then on Sunday, I took Asher to some baseball practice. He's in the fall, like, baseball clinic. And then he went on to have some football. And he's having a really great time in the football league because his team is really good. They have some, like, insane players, like terrifyingly good players. And, yeah, so, like, they destroyed the other team. It didn't help that the other team only fielded 5 players to start the game, so they were playing both offense and defense, so they tired out pretty quickly. But it didn't really matter. Like, our team has a very high success rate so far. Knock on armrest and center console. Why not? Just for luck, of course. But yeah, so it was good times. And I've been taking lots of pictures of those things with the camera that I have, which is a nice camera, and it's sports mode, so it does the whole like I do wish sometimes I had like a monopod and one of those like massive Canon lenses, because then I could really get the nitty gritty of those photos. Now it's funny, like I really like taking these pictures and have thought to myself, there might be some kind of a market for parents wanting like good pictures of their kids playing instead of like, iPhone photo from 100 feet away or 200 feet away. The sort of like what was happening here photos, you know. But interestingly, I was talking to a friend of mine whose husband, or whatever, friend of a friend of a friend, whose husband started a very similar business, taking child photography, sports photography, and like, you know, trying to make, like, you know, hey, you want a picture of your kid playing flag football, but it looks like Joe Montana. Joe Montana is who I meant, but, you know, maybe Joe Montana could look good as the as one of those sports players. I don't know, probably not, unless you want sort of a mobby looking kid. He might be scary as a lineman. I don't know. Well, not now. It's old. But yeah, so I thought it was funny that similar thoughts. And I'm sure it wasn't the first person to have this thought. But in Brooklyn Heights, or in Prospect Park, you know, I can imagine that there might be some demand for people who want better pictures of their kids. But yeah, that's a lot of work. I mean, there used to be a guy in Prospect Park who would push during the summer, would push a oh my God, I'm having like so many brain problems today. Brain problems. No, he had a blender, and he had it attached to a car battery, and he would make smoothies for adults in the park. Strictly illegal. No license, whatever. I'm sure people got lots of diarrhea from his uncleanly habits. But yeah, he was making these, and he was like a college fund kid, like making lots of money from the adults in the park. And yeah, it was very entrepreneurial. Now, again, you know, one of the things I've let fall by the wayside is my Nutcracker business that I was going to build, which was, you know, Nutcracker, if you're not familiar, is a illegal fruity juice cocktail that people sell out of coolers at public events. Oh, the sun is starting to crush my face with its mighty glory. Well, there's not a lot I can do about that. Yeah, so yeah, I was going to try to start learning how to make Nutcracker. Now, if you watch Drugs Inc., the fantastic television show, you can watch, they had a whole episode about like New York black market businesses, and one of the businesses was, in fact, a Nutcracker guy. And the Nutcracker guy, you know, they have their own recipes, and it's literally like mass, you know, they just buy these handles of like gin and vodka and then these different fruit punches, and they just mix them all together, and they put them in these little, you know, just like the naked juice bottles, and they just stand on the street or whatever. And man, this light is insane. Anyway, yeah, they stand out. I've never bought one on the street. I did make my own, and it was, you know, it's a fruity juice cocktail. But I had a chance to buy some at the Atlantic Antic, and I didn't, because I don't know, I just felt shy, I guess, not wanting to engage in an illegal activity. Good Lord, I am completely washed out. Now, this has happened before, and I threw my jacket on the windshield in order to stop it, but I feel like that it's a little late for that now. Holy moly. But yes, this is how you know the time is passing, as the sun rises above this insane place that we live. New York City. Yeah. Job hunt wise, let's see. Let's switch topics. No more illicit New York street drinking. Had a couple of job interviews this month. So far, no offers. But the search continues. Looking for a job is a real drag. Now it's just completely washed out my face. Oh boy, I'll move over here. How's that? Well, I can actually just hold it. I don't have to have it there. I can do it. What? Oh, it's my hand. I can do all kinds of things. There we go. And I meant to do this earlier. so that I wouldn't just run out of juice. And crazy juice. So yeah, I've had a bunch of people pop in, but I don't know who they are. Maybe I go over here. Oh yeah, that sucks. It's so bright. Oh sun, we need you, and yet sometimes we loathe you. Now why? Yeah, it didn't. Just go away. Go away. Tag video. Tagged. No. Go away. Okay, so there's this thing popped up asking if I wanted to tag Joe Garden. Lovely gentleman. Nice enough to tune in. I didn't mean to tag you, as there's a thing on my screen that says, do you want to tag Joe Garden in this video? And it will not go away. And I was trying to make it go away, and it pushed now. It says you're tagged. And it just won't go away. It's like I'm up and down and left and right. Why would you? No, now it's gone. I didn't. What? Now it's saying I turn quiet mode on if I get rid of this dumb notification. There. Oh, now I look like, yes, I'm wearing some sort of a light mask on my face. Hey folks, we're doing the show without a net. Never know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it up here. I can do it out the window over here. Oh, that's not actually bad, but it's still not great. I can then lift that up. Yeah. Well, now the sun is almost out of my laser destruction on my face. And again, to Joe Garden, I apologize for tagging you. It just will not make this thing saying, do you want to tag Joe Garden in this video, go away unless I swipe it to the right, which will then make it so that I don't know who is watching it all. Great work, Facebook. Plus, I said the OK sign, which of course we all know means I'm signaling to the Proud Boys that I love them. Yeah. You know how it is. Sometimes you're in your car, you're mad at Facebook, and you just happen to make what is suddenly a white power salute. I don't know how many times I've said okay to people, and now all those times I said okay meant that I was into white power. Good morning, Vivian. How are you? I hope things are well in your world. I know for a while you were touch and go. I don't know if things improved or went south. Literally. But I hope they are well for you. Look at that. Now it's saying that this is the light in this car is terrible. Terrible. I'm going to need to get some professional lighting up in here. Number one, I need a little fluorescent to wash out some of my, aging. Plus I need the eye lights. I really need my little sparkling blue peepers to pop. I need my peepers to pop. Because it's important. Oh, here comes someone who lives in my building. Oh, two people who live in my building. Oh, that lady who just ran by, she lives in my building. This is real. It's real people. I don't know what this lady's doing. She may be a prostitute. Those 751 prostitutes. It's shameful. Anyhow, like I was saying, Vivian, I don't know if you're going to go back and watch the beginning. I doubt it. But I went to the aquarium this weekend. It was lovely. And I spent some time with my mother-in-law, had dinner, a bunch of places. It was a lovely, lovely weekend. And now that the weekend has passed, yesterday, my wife stayed home. And she had to do a lot of work. And they were like, stay home, no work distractions, just stay home, do your thing. Tried to stay out of her hair. But, I did. I'm not saying I got in her hair. But I tried to do my own thing, which is usually just distracting myself from doing what I should be doing. So everyone did what they needed to do. Yeah, and then the Brewers won. Sorry to all my LA fam, but Midwestern fam gotta be happy too. And Midwestern fam, what do they got to be happy about? You know, they don't have lovely California weather. Be happy you have that. You know, it's selfish of you to want more than that, really. You know, TBH. You should be happy with what you have, and not be so selfish and want more. What? Like, why? Oh, good. The sun is back to creeping through these trees to blast me in the face. Fantastic. It's a wonderful time to be here. So yeah. Oh, this person's getting out of the car early. 2 minutes early? Oh, she's one of those. Is she? Now, usually when you see people in this neighborhood with a construction vest on, they're typically Jehovah's Witnesses for some reason. But the Jehovah's Witnesses have been selling off all their properties. So, who is that? I don't know. She wears it well, though. She's looking foxy in that yellow construction thingy. Is that okay to say? I don't know. This Wednesday, I'm having another reunion with a former Subvoyant video editor, the friend of mine I haven't seen since the last time I saw him, which was at the Jungle Brothers concert at SOB's, the Jungle Brothers reunion concert that I saw several years ago. It was a good time. Again, you can't say okay. Damn. Well, let me just assure you, I'm not saying white power with this, because that is the dumbest co-opting of a, centuries old, or maybe not centuries old, but well-established non-racist hand sign that I can recall. So stupid. What a time to be alive! Until I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the Jungle Brothers show. It was A-okay. It was long. And illegally overcrowded. It had to be. It was so packed at SOB's. Like, it was like, not only was it standing room only, it was barely like breathing room only. There was so many people in there. And then we had like, the guy I went to go, the guy I'm having lunch with actually was like, I gotta get out of here. I feel terrible. And, I remember everybody bailed early. Like, the concert was, Jungle Brothers played, and then they were like, now we're gonna do some more stuff. And, everyone was like, nah, it's like Tuesday. And everyone started pouring out of there. And the people who were like on stage were like, oh, you guys got to work or something tomorrow? Oh, that's not cool. Everyone leaving the concert. We were like, yeah, the headliners were the Jungle Brothers. Jungle Brothers played. And now you just had a half an hour technical difficulty with your Mac laptop not playing the backing tracks that you want to do. Everyone's bouncing. And so we all left. But, yeah. If I could have reported that concert to the police for overcrowding, I would have. And I've been at rap shows where the police came and broke them up for overcrowding, but not in New York City. That was in Milwaukee. That was at the Kool Moe Dee show that I saw in the late 80s. I forget the name of that club, but it was... I think Kool Moe Dee sang 6 songs and the police shut the place down. Plus I had a mohawk then, very briefly, and I had it under a painter's cap with something I wrote on the brim of the painter's cap, which was not, well, it was a fashion of the time, but not a good one, and also not well respected. And let me tell you that in the 1980s, at least, young black ladies loved to pull on a mohawk, or with the hair that was sticking out of the back of your hat. It was like a church bell. It was like, oh, oh. I'd turn around and they'd be like, sorry. Very Milwaukee at that time anyway. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hi, Peter Alberts and Ann Grisar. I'm about to get out of the car, but it's lovely that you clicked watch my video or whatever Facebook prompts you to say. Lou is live. Watch him now. It was lovely. But my time in the car is over. I'll be back in the car at 4:30 p.m. to move it from this side of the street to that side of the street. And hopefully I won't deal with any sort of solar coronas destroying my video as they have today. Not really, but, you know, it was just very bright on the stream. Maybe I'll stay here all day. That'd be good, right? It's good for your back to sit in a car all day. Good for your... I'm trying to develop this deep vein thrombosis, so I think that'll be good. Having a lot of leg pressure on the bottoms of my legs. Yeah, I'm trying to, you know, I've heard a lot about this DVT blood clot thing that people are, everyone's doing. Anyhows, good morning to you. Enjoy the rest of your day and try to spend it not sitting in a car, because this is not fun. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.